have on the system, okay, right here, this old icon which you have, okay, some of them it have some special function inside the icon, okay, so that one you can request it anytime you need it, but regularly you are not using every time, okay. So like for example, in case I like to remove the key access or the access to high level, okay, I have to go and reset my access to the system, okay. Then it will give you three options. The regular option without any additional password, which it's only for the regular tech, okay, or if you want as a supervisor or as administrator on the system, or instead of administrator it should be as engineer, okay. So just I click on that one, automatically it's escaped from here. That means I have no tool to go through the higher level of the instrument. Again, I'll press it. It will give me to access a password. For password, we have two kinds of password. Password which give you as it will be as application, okay. That means the higher, little bit higher level, okay. And if you want to get the maximum one, it will be for engineer. So for the technician, it will be 68
370 668.
Enter. Okay. Now the log, as you see, it's open but with blue color.
Yes.
So that means that one is have facility to working with a quality control, to working with a lot of things in the sample editing and reading, but it will not be related to the diagnostic. Diagnostic is something special for engineer. Because of that, this password is not going to change something in the engineer what you call facility or engineer requirement. Okay, so if I like to change this one to engineer, I have to again to press set access. Again, I'll press it. Then I'll put the other one, which is 117.53153.
In engineer.
Okay.
This one, no?
It's not your. Yeah, it's mentioned here, but this is not your actually.
Yes. For
Okay.
engineer.
And please don't go through this one.
Yes.
Because this one it might be make scratching. شوف انت عمال بتكتبها وانا بقول ما تكتبهاش. This one, it's you are not able to use it. Why? Because this one it's for engineer.
Engineer.
As me as application, I don't have the right to work through this password. Okay? Why? Because sometimes some end user use it, and then sometimes they are going through the diagnostic,
Yes.
which is related to the engineer department.
Yes.
Okay? Then they make something bad in the machine. Later on, you will suffer. So better don't use this one. If
Yes.
you like to use any higher password, use the application.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
It's safe. It will not give you any critical tool or something lead to stop the machine or make something in the machine. Okay? So I'll say just okay. See, instead of the blue key or blue look, which we have it before, now it's
Have
become
red.
That means you are in very critical position. You are in very critical situation for the using the software for the system.
Okay, sir.
So anyway, I leave it because I need to do something on that one. This is number one. So the access, how to go through the access, you know from where to go. Number two, this one, it's like an inbox. Inbox, this one which we have it in case we have any something coming from the manufacturer company through the router. So because the machine is connected to also diagnostic in France. So in case we have any special software updated, or if we have any ADD, okay, new ADD updated one, okay, it will load it to the machine automatically. Then I have to load it from the inbox. Okay, you know what I mean by ADD? Okay. If we are looking here up, we will find the date, that one. Then, sorry, the time, sorry, this is the date, time.
Version.
This is V3.6.1. This one is the version of the software. Okay? Then below that we have ADD. ADD, what we call it, Analyte data details or Analyte data disk. Okay? Analyte data, that means what? Any data related to the Analyte, like I have received or I received new reagent. And this reagent, it was not available before on the system. Now when I load it to the system, I find that the machine is giving me question mark or asterisk. That means there is a problem. I cannot find the data related to this lot number which you loaded. So from where I have to get this one? From the ADB. At the time you have to update the ADB. How to update it? This is our point. First of all, I have to go here, look to that one.
609 401.
Okay, 401. So I go to the inbox. Then now I have the version which is 611801. That means I have the updated software or updated ADB. Okay, not the software. Software which we have is the same. But this one, it's updated ADB. Okay, now I like to do what? I want to update it to make instead of 609 401, instead of this one I want to be
611
801 or 801. Okay, so how to do this one? I'll just say okay, thank you. Just I knows what happened. Then I'll go to option. Okay, I'll go to option. In option I have here load system data. Load system data. I'll click that one. Now we have two options here, either to something related to assay data, okay, or the software. The option which we going to do it now, it's related to assay data or to the software. Assay data. That means I have to click on that one because I can choose the software. But this is not my aim. My aim is assay data. I'll click on that one. Okay. Now the one which you want to load, is it from the download data or from the CD? If you have CD, from download. So I'll keep it here from the download. Okay. Next to that I say next. Now machine is verifying what's going on, if there is any file downloaded or not. Next to that it's giving me this message. All assay data or new lot number only. If you say new lot number only, that means you will keep the same number here and you will not update full ADD data. No, you will make it only for the new. But in case manufacturer makes some modification for the old one, you cannot get it. You get my point? It should be all assay data. Okay? I'll choose the all assay data. Then I'll say next. Now it's asking you, retain configuration or restore default. What is the meaning of that? Retain configuration, you know, sometimes you are opening AMR. You know what I mean?
MR?
AMR.
AMR.
Analytical.
What I mean?
Analytical measure.
Analytical measuring range.
Range.
Analytical measuring range. When we are using the AMR,
When there's new lot
we are
number.
using the AMR in case I going to make validation for the instrument. What is the benefit of that one? It's giving you the minimum read of the analyzer and the maximum read of analyzer. This is what we call AMR. Analyte measuring range. Some people they said as a reportable range. Reportable range is the part of AMR. Like this is our AMR and this is our reportable
range.
So reportable range is narrow than the AMR. Okay, this is very very important point. You have to take care about it. Okay, right. Now I want to make a validation for the instrument. I have to make one of the parts which I make validation. It's linearity. In linearity, because what is the meaning of linearity? Linearity, I want to check my point. Is it all in one line? From the low or the minimum read of the analyzer? Is it on the line with the highest point and in between or not? So to test this one, you need at least 3 level or 5 level. Okay, all of them it's increasing from the minimum read to the maximum read on the same line. You get this point? Okay?
Linearity.
This point you should know it because you make already validation for all the instruments in the laboratory. So anyway, the AMR which we are talking about now, okay, sometime because of the reagent which we are using, the liquid which we are using for validation of the linearity, I have to open the AMR. Open it, that means if it's cutting up to 10, so I'll make it instead of 10, I'll make it 11. Why? Because my reagent which I going to use, or the sample which I going to use, it's read 10.5. So I cannot keep it as 10. I have to keep it up to 11 or 12 to be in safe side. If the result a little bit coming high, I have to be in the safe side. The same in the low reading. If the low reading read is starting from, say, from 20 up to 400, like some parameter, okay? So I find that my machine is reading from 30. Can I keep it like that? Machine will not read the beginning or the first point which I want to test. Okay? According to that, I have to reduce my beginning point or the minimum reading of the analyzer from 30 to 17, 18, like that.
Sorry.
No. Okay? So this is very important point to open your AMR in case you have the reading of some analyte, okay, less or more than your AMR or the reportable range of your machine. Okay? So that one, what we call it, the retain configuration. Retain configuration, that means I change something on the analyzer and I want to keep it as it is. I don't like to change it. Or to return it to the default, restore default. Restore default, that means I don't need to keep the changes which I do. I want to return it back to the original one from manufacturer. Okay? منتبهين معايا؟ في أي أسئلة لغاية دلوقتي؟
Restore default.
But any changes will be gone if we
Of course.
restore
Of course.
default.
Yes,
So we
of
keep
course.
it as it is.
I'll tell you something in this point. In case I like to change, or I change actually something on the AMR of the analyzer, okay, whenever I go to run the sample, it will affect the result. If I run any sample, it will affect the result. If I open
configuration.
If I open
Ah.
the AMR, why?
Oh, yes.
Suppose your patient sample, it should be read up to 300, and you exceed or you open the AMR to 400. Your patient, if it's more than 300, it will read. While it should be not reading, no, it should make dilution, and dilution will be giving you that result.
Better, yes.
Why? Why?
Because
I can exceed the limit if the sample is still reading. I have no problem. But what is your problem if it's read? The reading, why we put this limit?
It is not linear above this limit. It is not linear above this limit.
Yes, this is one point. The other point is, if the company knows that if we open or we exceed the limit which the company do it, and the patient will be in the safe side, they will open it. Why they give restriction on that point?
Yeah.
Because there is a problem. In the higher result, more than the AMR or the reportable range, if the result read more than this, that means the accuracy of the result, it will not be okay. According to that, company, they are limited this result from 2. Okay? And they keep it all the time like that one. If they want to exceed it, in this time they have to mix it up with some sample not less than 100.
Oh.
Okay? That means it's a big issue. It's not small things we can just play with it. Okay? So this is our point. Now, if I want to return it, okay, I have to restore default. That means I go on to the original one which manufacturer company recommended. Okay? But if I want to keep the one which I changed already because I still have some work on the analyzer, okay, I'll just change it to, I'll just keep it as retain configuration. So did you change in of us? It changed something on the...
Still no. No. No, sir.
No one is changed it? Okay, very well. So I'll keep return configuration. That means the running configuration which I have, I'll keep it right now. Next to that, I'll say just next. Now, use current or choose alternative assay. This is, it's not affecting on that one, but it's affecting some other instrument. Like, I have for ALT, I have ALT and ALTV, right? So what is the difference between both of them? A lot of difference. The AMR between ALT and ALTV completely changed. That's number one. LDH and the LDHI, it's completely different. The reference range, the AMR, a lot of things will change in the structure even of the slide for this test and this test. Okay? So that is the 2 point. But for immunoassay, we have a lot of things. Okay? Immunoassay, you don't have it on this machine, you have only chemistry. So because of that, we will use current,
Mm.
not alternative. Okay. Next to that, I'll go to next. Use current get or change it. For time
Sure.
being, I have to ask you: did you are using Cal 32 for sodium potassium chloride, or you still using Cal 2?
We're using 32.
32.
Mm.
In this case, I have to go back a little bit, and I ask for choose alternative as set.
Call 32 diba sir?
Then I'll say next. Now I want to change it.
Ah, to 2.
Okay.
Mm.
Then I'll say next. Now it's give me that I going to change from 609 401 to 611 801. Okay, I'm agree for that. Yes, I'm agree. I tell next. Now it's loading the data from the download data which it had. But it have to it should come to some point and stop and tell me you want Cal 2 or Cal 32. In this one I have to decide either Cal 2 or Cal 32.
32.
Now it's tell me. Okay? It's asking me you like to run Cal 2 or Cal 32 because this is alternative option now. It's a new option in the system. Before it was not.
Yes.
Okay? If I choose 2, I cannot run 32.
Yes.
And the same, if I choose 32, I
I
cannot
cannot
run.
run 2.
Okay, now you know the sequence for to use this one. Okay, I say.
No.
32.
Now I
32.
say next.
May update pa rin.
Now it's loading the reference data
Database.
for Cal 32. Now the machine, what its machine is doing now? It's saving all the data related to the new calibrator, which is not available right now on your system. What I mean by that?
Wasn't.
The lot number, which you don't have it right now, but maybe you have it in the near future, okay, it will be stored now. Just in case you don't want to use it, you will find that the reference data is still stored in your system. So you cannot use it, you can use it, okay? You know now what's the aim to save this data?
Yes.
أخدت بالكم ليه احنا بننزل الداتا دي؟ طيب لما يكون في حاجه زي كده رجاء نسال علشان نبقى على طول ايه ابديتد مع بعض. اذا انا عندي دلوقتي الجهاز فرضا انه الجهاز دلوقتي عليه لوت نمبر نقول مثلا جنريشن نقول 15 لكيت من الكيتات.
Sakit ng mata ko.
جنريشن 15 خلص وجالي كيت جديد اللي هو 16 او 17. طيب هل الكيت الجديد ده له ريفرنس داتا على السيستم؟ اذا انا ما عملتش ابديت ملوش ريفرنس داتا، ولكن اذا انا عملت ابديت الداتا موجوده بس انا مش هحتاجها الا لما قصدي مش هبص لها الا لما احتاجها، هتكون ستورد اوريدي او موجوده مخزنه على الجهاز اوريدي، يبقى مجرد ما ارجع لها هلاقيها، ولكن في حاله ان انا ما عملتش ابديت للاي دي دي مش هلاقي الداتا. وصلت كده المعلومه؟ ده اللي هو المعنى من الكلام اللي احنا قلناه ده. هنا دلوقتي بيقول لي you like to print or you like to finish. I like to finish. I don't like to print. Okay, so now if I check to my system here now, instead of 609, it's now 611. Yes, this is a new ADD now. Now, in case you receive any new reagent, lot number or calibrator lot number, new one, okay, you will find the data there on the system.
Okay, sir.
Your old reagent it will be identified. It will not be ignored or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Any question about that? The things which we finished? Anything?
I don't have this.
Now, machine after changing the ADD, automatically it should make a reinitialize or initializing the system, okay, to set all the things according to the require of the instruction. Now, in this version of the unit or the instrument, we have here this icon and this
Yes.
icon. This icon, this is the regular slide which you are using now. Okay, that means slide with one analyte. But this is why we call it XT. It's extended analyzer. Extended analyzer, that means it can use two analyte in one slide.
Two analytes.
In one slide. like albumin and creatinine. You can find it in one slide.
We have this.
So instead of requesting the albumin alone and the creatinine alone, no, you can combine it in one request. So it will become in one slide, like that one.
That
You
we
will
never
announce?
ordered before.
Will-
Of course, it's not received yet in Saudi Arabia.
So why you share request?
Okay.
Because now we are ready to bring it.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
but
when-
we don't have all the tests.
When will it
Special-
be available?
under now it's under Nigma. It's under registration.
Wow.
So once we finish the registration, it will be available in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
So that one actually it will reduce the little bit cost. It will be little bit reducted. Number two, it will be also reduce the time which you don't to receive the sample.
Yes.
So instead of running say 4 minutes for the two tests, it will be only 2 minutes for the two tests.
Wow.
So it will be more higher plus the capacity. How many reagents you can load on the system? For time being, suppose it's 40. If I use this one, multiplied by 2. That means I can load 80 reagents on the system. Okay? Either you like to duplicate the
Yeah,
same
duplicate
reagent,
reagent.
or you like to use another new reagent, which was not available before. So all of that one, okay, by using the extended slide, which will be very soon available in Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is number one. Number two, in this version of software, which is V3.6.1. Okay, the previous one which you have was 3.5.1. Now it's 3.6.1. What is the new things we have it in this version? The number one of that one we have, as you see, this antivirus.
Ah.
Before it was not. Now it's
Oh.
available. So is it antivirus? Of course not. Why? Because in this system, it's not. You cannot browse it, or you can use it as a browsing for the internet. Am I right?
Yes.
So what is the benefit of that? In case you have any interrupted software can be affected the software of the analyzer, automatically it will be detected and stop it.
Oh.
So this is the aim of the antivirus which we have
Antivirus.
right now. Okay, so this is one thing. The other thing, in case you are connected to the company, okay, sometime the people which hacking the instrument, okay, sometime they are moving your connection from the company to other source.
Hackers.
Yes.
Hackers.
This is just to check out your result. You check out something strange in your instrument, okay, or put some data, okay, which transferring your data all the time to some other place.
Hindi naman
This
siguro
is maybe happen. It's happened in your state, in the state before.
Oh.
But for Saudi Arabia, until now, alhamdulillah. But because software.
We don't know.
Anyway, the software we are not make it only for Saudi Arabia. We are make it for all the world. So
Yes.
whatever happened in the other countries, okay, we are taking and we are making the solution and we give it to all the customer, not only the state people. You get the point?
Yes.
Okay. So because of that, we are loading this one. Right. Something else new in the software? Yes. Before, when you like to, you have the same sample number, okay, like control. For the control, you have AD number, the file number, like BV1, BV2,
Yeah, yeah.
like liquid BV1, liquid BV2, like that one. So this number, if you take it to the system, like I go to here quality control, okay, by Analyte, I'll go to suppose magnesium, and I'll check BV1 and BV2. Now, from here, the previous or the check record, I find here how many results you have here. 31 result. Okay. So can I print this all result in one page? Of course I can. Okay. I can print it only from here. It will print this data. Very simple for quality control. But what about the sample? Can I do it for the sample? I can do it now. With the new software, I can do it. Just enter the lot number, the ID number for this patient or for this number which you use, okay, and print, it will print you all the data you require for this sample. What is the benefit of this one?
Delta check.
Even if it is some other day.
Yes.
Delta checking.
Delta checking, this one, the other thing. History of the patient.
Yes.
You can print it. Like what is the thing is actually we are using really during the validation. Because actually there is a lot of things we make it for the software to help us in validation. Precision.
Oh, yes.
Precision, you are running the same sample even in different days. I'm right? In the complex precision, you are not running at the same time 20 run. No, you are running today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that one for 5 days.
Precision.
You get the point? So for that one, how to print it? I'll just go to result. Okay, I enter by filter. Enter the data which you want. Okay, and just say okay here. Suppose this all record.
But I have this in ECIQ as well.
Can we try one patient, sir?
Okay, I use all record and I just say okay.
Ah.
Like that one. Now, can I print it all in one paper? Yes. Just press print, okay? From where here, go to here,
Set report
and choose the
status.
laboratory format. Don't choose patient, because patient, it means will take the main of this already. I don't need the main, I need all the data, right? So, if you are using the patient, it will give you only one result, which equal to the main of this all result. But I need all the data which I entered already or which I run it already. So what I have to do in this
Laboratory.
case, just send to laboratory and just press OK. Then automatically the printer will be print all the data related to the IT which you. Okay, helping. This point is helping you.
Yes.
It's helping.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
because before what we did, we are printing every day. Every day I finish, I print it that same day. But now I can finish it all and print it one time for all the days. And by the way, it will mention beside each result what is the date, what is the time which you are printing the data on, or what is the date and time which you are running the sample at that time. Okay? So just to be attached with your sheet after that if you want to do something.
Also, this paper.
Ginagawa yun sa
you can print
precision.
the
For example,
format,
precision,
the
same
format of
patient.
that,
After that,
if you
it's
want.
the
Yes, like that you can.
Ganun lang ginagawa ni ano.
Pero
But
one day
actually,
lang kayo nagrun.
That one we cannot, we are not, don't need it actually
Tanong
for
nga
the
natin
quality
yun.
control. Why? Because it's available before for quality control. But now we need it for the other
Binabanggit
sample.
niya eh. Next
As
day,
a
next day.
kind of sample, the patient. Okay? Or precision
Depende
test.
man sa
Okay?
ano,
Precision
no?
test is not a patient test. And it's not a quality control test. So I have to make something different for that one. Okay? So if you have one patient, you know that different days we are run the same patient, we can do it.
Do you? Do
Okay.
you know any patient?
Can we use that one?
Do you know any patient he's asking?
I will check, I will check.
For our every weekly
Sino tayo, sino?
sakay,
What's the ID?
Kia. What's the Kia line before this machine come?
File number tayo.
File number.
158 for 2.
Sure it's you are here, tell me cancel. I'll just go to filter. Then I'll instead of that one, I'll just remove it. Then tell me
158
158. So 8
for 2.
4 enter. Then I need it for all record. Then okay. Okay. Now I have to go to here. Okay, but I have to check it all. Select all.
Oh.
Okay, I have to select it all. Then I have to set report and in the
Laboratory. Send.
Okay, then I say okay. Then
Pwede pa na. Sa precision nyo.
Na every other day. Hindi ginagawa namin isang araw lang eh.
Ayan, kala lang kasi ang precision nyo, all analytes.
Ayun nga eh. All ano.
Ito, isang analytes lang.
no, it should be reprint while it's
No, always like that. Once you're done, then
It's not auto.
it's not the same one which I give me check it. No. It will be printed all but in laboratory form.
Already.
I don't need this one.
Already came. Ayun
Diba?
na.
Yeah, I see, but the
No.
format is not the format
Ah.
change. Okay, so now I'll take another point and I'll show you the printout for that one, how it will be looks like. Okay, now I have to ask you if you have any what you call it. For time being, we have something which we call it, no, this one is called IntelliCheck. Okay, IntelliCheck, and this is the 1, 2, 3. This is something else. I'll tell you what the meaning of this and what is the meaning of this. But IntelliCheck, what is the meaning of IntelliCheck? Analyzer is checking each result you have because we have a special limit. Okay, analyzer day by day, it's receiving the data from the patient. So automatically analyzer will decide the mean and the median for this parameter. With the time, it will be stored. Every day you are running the same test, automatically analyzer will store it and they get a new mean and the new median for that sample or for that kind of analyte. After some time, okay, machine will be, each result you are proceeding, okay, it will be checked by IntelliCheck. He will check that this result, it's within my mean and my median, which I stored before or not. If it's okay, it will be passed without any problem. If it's have a problem or it's, completely out of my limit for mean and median for this kind of test, automatically it will give me error beside the reading. Okay, so this one, it's a good one for us because it's helping us to know or to understanding if this result is okay or the result is for this parameter especially, it's not okay. Okay, so this is number one. Number two, the other 1, 2, 3. What is the meaning of this one? We call it the sample quality assurance. Sample quality assurance, it's not kind like the quality control which we are running. No, it's something else. The quality of the sample, that means, is it hemolyzed or not? Number two, is it ectras or no? Is it lipemic? Okay, اللي هي ectras and lipemic. No, ectras مش lipemic.
Hemolyzed?
Bilirubin, yes. The third HIT. T, turbidity. So the turbidity is related to the lipemic. So we have three options now. We call it HIT. H-I-T. H from hemolysis. I,
Ecterus,
third,
turbidity.
turbidity. So that's three options. Machine is checked by some kind of sensor. It's a photo sensor actually. So to check the sample, then from that checking of the sample, it will give you this reading. It should be within the limit. If it's within the limit, that means it will not affect on the any parameter we are going to use. If it's exceed the limit, that means it will be affect the result which you're going to do. Okay.